Ayera Joseph Yamin and a protein kaima chana pay.
Me don't come in here.
Oh, Jimmy Passana pay one pomo.
Yamia and it,
I say, you was at pay at the Mount. I no pay na me making kind US 4 report crowd by the bid. Now we're quite here. We're a 2021 country report on human rights practices and what they Ghana about show. First section the crown make kind of crown was say arbitrary deprivation of life and other unlawful or politically motivated killings. Hey.
Yeah.
When you back in kind?
Yeah, Makin can be in Ra and I report, about trouble. So, as a political animal and as a security person, report this about you will have to find it and read. Now, what media building with data. So, interesting reading. Now, Enra no ankasano. Before I even come in, so I'm a judiciary kakran.
Yeah. I was so kakra
at the show, and like you are saying, it's a report of 2021, and the current issues crying but all the current issue and what happened at the Supreme Court is one other issue. GDE pass contribute immensely to a more position, cementing it. Then now the review application now court in Tokune. Now you want to wonder what the Supreme Court ruling, what we are teaching our student lawyers, and whether we are going to produce good and quality lawyers. The reason is that there was a case in the court, speaker, deputy speakers, issue no more. But also, a law lecturer.
Yeah, so a law lecturer.
Just law.
Oh, UPS.
So her case, Supreme Court and so almost it doesn't merit.
Mm-hmm.
It is non-meritorious. It is a hypocrisy. A better not to see a better what the one fuck might be so. And now, at the buy. If you have a law lecturer, you know name which case merits which court. So why? Yeah, you want to find out the then
the school more. Yeah.
You can't tell me that Justice Abulai, who is a law lecturer, ABC Chachuchi Kata. Look at Chachu's experience in law. Yeah, I can say, okay, it's non-meritorious. I mean, it doesn't even sound. It didn't even meet all criteria. And one of the causes, the triggers of insecurity, a rule of law, injustice, is serious. And that is why Kanda Pako can your Kaya Mankata Chin to Arenity and then Honamada at the actual. This country is serious. Now, when you come to the issue of politically motivated killings, of course, yeah, clear. How long has it taken the Interior Ministry to come out with the findings? So, why do you come back? Yura Ambrose Derry, Yura Nitiwood, or more appear before the vetting committee. They were asked specific questions on this, and the Ebusa Kanda Pakra on the same issue. The issue was that case is still under investigations. Ombe minister see, 1 year. Case in Ankasa 2 years money and there's no sign. I stress the perpetrators of this act ever back to book. And when Abino is not putting in any effort, say or did the perpetrators never back to book noir, there are only two things involved. Either Abino nim or ma yes at and I will protect you or and I say Abino and ma or yes at and I will protect you. That is the only two reasons in here. It will take Abine 2 years to obey the findings of soldier for almost two kum for said the Bayan and another president. I was expecting another to have resigned. Ebra nipa ebo bitu for him to be president.
Now will be open to me no. Now you come now on the when to me on the fan.
Before another obey the president, you know, was he would not wish a single blood drops for him to be president. I'm making that statement, you know.
Yeah.
Where a single blood na drop you over 8, and another is happy. So what you want happy cry? The people are under you. Let them bring the findings to tell the people, so that and everybody in government is quiet. So here's our issue now. There's no way. Give a Ghana a reporter. You bet me a report a favor government. But if it's an international organization and a report about Ghana, that idea we will feature negatively against the party, the government. Now, if you look at the
and also reporting
findings, you know, soldier for were deployed by the military high command. Emma, the GOC, Ebe Ademete, the Phobian commander, CEO, Ademete, they sent them. But interestingly, commission in the committee the committee failed to bring one person among soldiers now who shoot to come and tell us whether say order and say onto and I say otu because on one casa no self-protected. No. It never happened. For the first time. Say idea is soldier phobia ko tutu. It's investigation. And the young who soldier for corona to two ninti. Soldier penny baby, you know, no wakasa ma soldier for ni nan wakase. Yebehimua. That is different from soldier for I deploy or ni any more mudi any more rank. No ma kono koye nioma ade animguasi abre o mine de o hawa abre abusia. Na committee ne tenasia. Committee na ntimi amfa nipa na megina ho amusa no se eye den na wotu tuo ade bo nkrofo wi. When a ma wo kwan say yes ade no yetimi agina so atimi a prefer a certain punishment at the amasa and the. And if these things are happening, the international community, and I say international organization, be able to share matters in this country. Definitely, you won't get a good class in terms of the rating. So, be bia or mutual bia no, nothing but the truth. And some report now, Bano, is what is telling us our future as a country.
And then they tell you, my no, you're Dachiana.
That is it. Your Dachi day in report when saying.
But baby, everyone can say where our motive can say politically motivated killers.
Yeah, and you're politically motivated. For instance, let me use Techiman as an example. Techiman sits in NDC for our winning. Speeder, we are saying of a parliamentary
judge question there, no? Yeah, court assembly, yeah.
And yes, I speed in any DV Techiman South. The same court but court ni bi wo ho no mo you slow no to favor some people. And the Techiman court no you see injante MP no or say there be me injantina ma prevent the people of Techiman from having a representation. Question there, yes, the people of Asen they will not lose anything if they don't have a representation. The same court. Now, the entire politically motivated and nipa bi wo as a result of actions to make Techiman seat, being declared for the MPP. After that, the man in contention, MP no one win. Nanso yakosuma soja for ne police for kobubu to okum for man nipa gane and he declare no winner. You have won a deputy ministerial appointment.
Yeah, local government.
And this Abino and Nimhubi. Sabino is not in support. Obey qualified for a deputy ministerial appointment. Yeah, done for no. Now we are in politics together. We are done. But at least Nanado would have held on to an appointment until the case is determined. So what happens if the findings now to mean from Marbon say to me, but finally now a coba say Pano because no yet deputy minister dada. Now over some powers be because now buying of power. Now Otimima order me Timi Kunkum for him to be declared the winner. Will Nanado sack him or we maintain him? So I don't think a young train answer the outcome of the report and be able to say this bono minister and I am one minister. So for them to do that, it tells you clearly, say, I don't need a switch there. Me here a malam to consult, me here a prophet to consult, to tell me that I have politically motivated action. And I saw your phone police phone here then. Yeah. Because you say action speaks louder than words. And this very action actually me clearly say it was well orchestrated, it was a worked out plan. For instance, how then do you come and at a point decide to have for the moon twaba? Because you do your calculation, you get to know that half one and for the year in Nipanaba win. And when out of Emra, near Timia Yama, ya winning seat. And only see ya, ye humiliate all these brilliant lawyers are. Yenya omu in our country all this while. I'm talking about the lives of Chachuchi Katanen and Krofo. And most of these Supreme Court judges now what they say, went through the tutelage to learn law and eventually be appointed as a Supreme Court judge. Look at the humiliation here simply because the manual court said there was a Conwa. Probably the entire yes, Adielu will be defeated. And the Amawu is still a member of parliament because young can yakako tuabano. They decided when Yamfanum conquered Yamfanum conquered. And these things, government has a hand in it. I find one so clearly the report is not wrong citing politically motivated.
For report we how should we treat it as Ghanaians? You have a report in the say. Well, I'm saying, I'm sure you're Joseph Yamu or Manaswana Pay. I'm saying, Brennan, my infancy. Now, yeah, in Sheda, or telling me, Adoma will treat this very own report on Yashimuye and to you, Joseph Yamu Pay and Nase. Ama. Ya kwano no nti anapay ora Abubakar Sidiki Swaba nti yɛnhwɛ na yɛnni apɔmuden nkɔmmɔ ɛfiri ofi na yɛba yɛde ɔma mu nkɔmmɔ ɛbɛtoa so ɛwɔ adekyerɛ mu sɛm dwumadeɛ so wrase de kimakyɛ anapa yɛbɔkɔ deɛ
Nyankopɔn adom ho yɛ pa.
gyedi sɛ abusua biara ho yɛ
Nyankopɔn adom ma ne ahwɛ yie.
ban hebafoɔ so ho te sɛ
yɛ ho yɛ paa sɛ waa nim sɛ ba heba deɛ ɔba bɛpie mu hɔ a apɔmuden nko a nti obi biara a ɔba heba bi a ɛho yɛ
anapa yi ghanafoɔ atuo
yo ɛm sɛ yɛde nkyia kɛseɛ ɛbɛma atiefoɔ nyinaa sɛnea ɔmo nim daa ne da nyinaa yɛba bɛtena ase a ne kyɛ sɛ apɔmuden nkɔmmɔ ɛna yɛde ba bɛsom atiefoɔ nyinaa nanso yɛ de ɛkoko di ɛyɛ Easter ɛde baeɛ na ɛnkyɛ bia nso yɛba bɛdi sallah ne nyinaa no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ na yɛpɛ mpɔmuden pa ɛnam sɛ woni apɔmuden a ɛnyɛ adeɛ a saa festivities yi anaasɛ afofi da yɛ a wɔyɛ anim a ɛbɛyi wobɛtumi ayɛ den adi bi ɛno nti no na ɔpɛ baabi a wobɛkɔ akɔpɛ apɔmuden pa na wanya ama mpɔmuden nso asi so si yie paa de a na sɛ baabi baako pɛ ɛna sɛ wode w'ani kyerɛ ban heba center yɛaso yɛ hɔ pɛ ɛna sɛ woba ɛnam sɛ yɛbɔ yɛ mmara ne sɛ woba bɛpie mu hɔ a onyade wɔ nyinaa ɛtete wɔ nipadua nim no ade a ɛpɛdwane ɛfiri nipadua nim ɛno nti no yɛsɛ sɛ stroke yɛade na ɛtete wɔ a ɛmfa ho ɛne sɛneɛ akyekye wɔ akɔ akɔdu bi anaasɛ sɛneɛ aka wato akɔ akɔdu bi obi wɔ hɔ ne deɛ no ɛba a ɔbɛhu sɛ ne nsa baabi ɛna adwodwo anaasɛ bi a ne nan ɛna adwodwo anaasɛ bi a ne fa ne baabi ɛna adwo anaasɛ obi wɔ hɔ ɛba a ɛfa ne nipadua no nyinaa ban heba center sɛ bra bɛpie mu ɛwɔ ahyɛ hɔ ɛmfa ho ne sɛneɛ wodeɛ no atie bi a woba bɛpie mu hɔ a Nyankopɔn nti ɔbɛfa yɛ so ama ban heba yɛtumi de apɔmuden pa asan yɛ den abrɛw ama wasa gyina brane sɛ ne na woteɛ kane no a anaa mpo sɛ obi a wanya ɛyɛ fibroid yadeɛ na n'ani da so nyinaa ne sɛ ɔbɛkɔ akɔyɛ operation ansa na ne ho atɔ no ban heba ɛka kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ saa mistake no ɛnkɔnkɔyɛ operation am sɛ ɔkɔkɔyɛ operation a ɛbɛsan yɛ den aba biom ɛno nti no the only option awɔ ɛne sɛ ɔbɛpiem ban heba center yɛaso yɛ hɔ ɛnso nam so a ɛma yɛfrɛ no heba center ne sɛ yɛde habama ɛna ɛdi dwuma ɛwɔ yɛaso yɛ hɔ ɛno nti no sɛ wode fibroid de ade na ɛba yɛaso yɛ hɔ deɛ yɛbɛma waduro amana kɔ akɔpiem wɔ nipadua no mu ama nanna ne saa fibroid yi nyinaa afiri nipadua no mu ama wayɛ den wafa ntoma pɛ afira ɛno ɛtu aseɛ prɛko pɛ ayɛ den ɛnsan ba biom anaa mpo sɛ bi a me nua bɛrima bi ɛna wanya ɛyɛ hernia yadeɛ a yɛfrɛ no ɛtwo ɛwɔ akankasɛ mu ɛna ɛtete wɔ a ɛmfa wo ne sɛne ne kɛseɛ tie bi asɛ bi a babɛtɔ hwɛ anim anaasɛ wɔwɔ wayɛ ase anaa babɛpie mu ɔyam kora no a woba bɛpie mu ɔban heba center a yɛnam ahabama kwan so ɛbɛyi saa adeɛ no ɛde ayɛ den afiri wo so ama wo ɛnam sɛ saa yadeɛ mmienu a mede to dwa yi ɛyɛ yadeɛ bi a sɛ ɛbɛ nipa biara brabɔ mu a ɛyɛ ana adwene nyinaa ne sɛ operation ɛne adeɛ a ɛbɛtumi aboa no nanso yɛn nananom tena aseɛ kane no na ɛni operation nimdeɛ wɔ hɔ na saa yadeɛ nso ɛnyɛ adeɛ afiansa na ɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛɛba ɛwɔ hɔ fitititi bɛbusa ho sɛ nananom tena ase no kwan bɛɛ na ɔmofa so a ɔmosa ɔmo ho yadeɛ na ɛsɛ ahabama yi ana ɔmode yɛ den ɛsa ɔmo ho yadeɛ ɛde firi saa yadeɛ no mu ɛno nti saa nimdeɛ no na ban heba center yɛ so yɛde ɛdi dwuma ɛwɔ aseɛ ɛnam mpo sɛ ɔbɔ adeɛ no ankasa ɛdi kan ɛde atwito dwa ɛwɔ ne kyerɛ konkro mu sɛ yɛnni aduaba no na yɛmfa no haban no ɛnsa yadeɛ ɛno nti no ɔba bɛpie mu ɔban heba center ahabama ɛne nnubena ɛne dua hini ɛne akeka bom ɛde yɛ den ɛde ma amanfoɔ ayarhwɛ papapa ɛwɔ ban heba center ɛno kɔda nkyɛn a obi a wanya kɔmpɔ anaasɛ wobɛhu sɛ adeɛ bi aba bɛpie obi ne mu ama wo kɔn koraa akɔ akɔyɛ mmienu ɛba ne saa a ɛyɛ fɛdeɛ yadeɛ ɛno nti no wontumi mpo ɛyɛ den ɛnkɔ ɛdɔn mu anaasɛ ɔnkɔ nipa mu woba bɛpie mu ɔban heba center a yɛbɛma waduro ama saa duro no ɔnom ɛde kɔ nipadua no mu a ɛbɛyi saa kɔmpɔ no afiri hɔ ama ɔso wɔkɔn no aba bɛyɛ sɛne na ɛteɛ kane no anaasɛ neɛ ɔbɔ adeɛ ɛbɔ wɔ a na ɔkɔn ne teɛ no ɛno nti no obi bɛbusa sɛ ban heba center na yɛkyerɛ kwan ɛwɔ he ɛwɔ nkranman mu ha nkranman mu ha baabi mmienu na bɛtumi afa aba yɛ nkyɛn sɛ bi a wɔnam baabi a wɔ nkran ha fa kaa sɛ ɔkɔ Spinters Road aka kyerɛ mate ne sɛ wobɛsi wɔ community 18 bus stop wosi wɔ 18 bus stop no so pɛ taxi station bi wɔka kyerɛ me sɛ ɔkɔ ban heba center mode woba bɛpiem ɛwɔ yɛ aseɛ hɔ anaa mpo sɛ woa wokra car wo drive akɔ anim kakra kɔkɔ pii baabi yɛfrɛ wɔ asɔre da ho ICGC Cavalry Temple no anim hɔ no ɛkwan no ɛda hɔ no ɛde woba bɛpiem ɛwɔ ban heba center yɛ aseɛ anaa mpo sɛ wofi Tema Ashaman Klagon ɛhɔ baabi a na ɛba wobɛfa car sɛ wokɔ Nungua Barrier na wakyerɛ mate ne sɛ wonsi wɔ Lashibi community 16 junction wosi wɔ 16 junction no so pɛ fa so straight ɛdɔ ba bɛpie mu baabi yɛfrɛ Bao City Hotel ofi Bao City Hotel a next junction ɛyɛ ban heba ɛhɔ no yɛ signboard kakra ne si na wamane afa se ɛdɔ ba bɛpie mu yɛ sɛ yɛ number no hyɛ ne nso mede de bia meka ne sɛ wofrɛ a ɛnyɛ sɛ wobɛfrɛ kɛkɛ di akyire na bɛra bɛpie mu ban heba center na wo so ɛnepa a amanfo anya ban heba no so ba bɛpie mu hɔ a wo so anya saa ɛnepa no bi ɛno nti no number no ɛyɛ 0244
0244
988
988
004
004
0244
0244
988
988
004
004.
and then number I did Juma area so abribia be free ban heba center bia na bejo so na anywhere nkomo unse yo ayase bia bi ho na okwa no kra na ase wa ba mu eye bu na so ba ko to nurse ni so no bia waka ne na to so a omi ane phone no kukudu kra na nya de obefiu nanso ban heba center de entesa emra ba be bo awra mu no kra na se ne ye de ani gie ne ahoho aho akra be mo wakwa aba ebusa ne hawa na so hawa de ba ban heba center na no mpo kra ma oyade no mpo be 30% cry adding etimi free ni pedie no eko ma also utimi hu se ampa wagina na so yipa ansana yade aduro no cry de aba be kan afen so yewo physiotherapy unit ho a ebia obi ho a adwuma o yenti no ma ne nya kwan entenetene na pomuden na pomuden tenetene so eyade a eka eya ahoden papa ho enti no so ba be pim oba heba center sene be ya ba be da sa physiotherapy bed so na kasa ayde amassage oni pedia no amasrade bia adeda wo intini no bia no etimi na ne sa srade no e de afri ho enam se ba ne se srade bi ada e wo intini no mu a na moja ne intimi de afri sane emfa sa ba bi kro ne nko ni pedia kwa ne ba bia eno na ebe kwa ko twin stroke ya de abro ni so se prevention is better than cure anything no se utimi si anokwan a entema eno yesen se obetena se ma yade na ba beto ansa na wakwa kope eno anu aduru enti no se ompese ohaw bi sa ba beto e wa brabo mu da chi bia de a brabe pim e ba heba center se ne be ya oso obenya enepa e ba heba center bi afen so yesan wo e kan therapeutic massage unit e wo hopa a Thai massage yesan facial massage yasan whole body massage say de bia onipadua no na apese ye massage ma wana wani mpu akra na apese wo ye na massage eno nso massage therapist wo ha obede obe massage wa ma hona ma de asisi hu so obi ho na yade ha no massage pe no hia sa massage no se massage ni wi abo se ne ho asan de asisi ne ho so enti no se utie mi na se ope ba bia obekwa kwa massage papa de a o se oba bp mu ba heba center enam se eno na yade a friend no tried and tested ya amayaje atum se yade a ejina ne na so brane enti na yaje abaso de ato aso efi afe 2019 de ba bp 2021 and 2022 yaje abaso de a eto aso san na che se Canada kwakusi se obi a wachi bremo na ho atoch ma se wachi bremo na so spine no ho etoch ma ade a de how ebebro yi pa beba na se bia onam kra na o fa baby crash na se timi ma ochia ana ma wabeti ba kokosoro esen ba ko nyankopon so ama wo se wabeti ba ko enwo soro ensen ba ko enti na de bia na comfort ma se wo sa how na se wo te sa de no e woni padua mu ana we di mu abrabe pi mu e ba heba center ne ye de ye hwe ema na also onfa ontuma pemfra enam se yade e ba so a o embo amane se me ba na se me ba kina enti no se oba be pi mu e ba heba center na ye hwe edemawa na also why den watimi agina na so agina brand na adwumade bia de asi wani so apeso ye bia no watimi ekwa akodi sa adwumade no afen so obi biara eye odompe mu haw se eye romanticism na tete o sasabro ya de ebi wan su start se egugui won se ewemu yenu kakra pe na onompe mu ahyase den etochima eno brabe pim elban heba center na ehwe na ye mawo eye ebibiduru a ebetimi ya den etu sa ya de no afri ho afen so bi a o sciatic pain I was intini de few to ase eba be pem e wona ase no sa enam na wo sa intini no ho no ade a eta ema ohaw anase eta tutu yie pa ano se o te sa de no e wo honam no mu anase onipade no mu a ba bia ni ho sa wo dan wani e de kokopi eno an se ba be pem e wo ban heba center na ehwe ema waduru ma oso onfa ontoma pemfra afenso mini an be ma bia ono se be wanya sexually transmitted infections eye enam ya de bia no emfa ni say HIV o say gonorrhea baba so ya de bi o anase bia eye kan syphilis ya de na ba be wi wo abrabo so ama akoye kwadana eda wa brabo so a emane how brabe pim e oba heba center se na medical kan no ebia na afiansa na obi ede na fidi ato hantini ya number no eye 0244 988 004 0244 988 004 efi sabre ya kopem se adwada beba no eno ye special request if you may mention medema obi obeba be pi ho ba heba bia sala gifts I dem obi bia obeba be pi ho ba heba menka ho asem eje se oba be pi mo ho na wa benya saa de no bi ɛne nti ne yɛsɛ baakyen for herbal center de onya de wenyi na tete woni pɛde anu no ne na ɛbɛdwa ne ɛfiri ni pɛde aso.
All right, thank you very much. Mami Subendase, Ira Sidika Bubaka, a PRO Edema Ban Herbal. Now, pay what you can say, you know, 18 come on. And pretty fast, I say, am I the woman come on and pay about the trial so at the Chemusem, Jum DA. So, Dr. Kujo Sumni, president at the Mission Africa Incorporated. And I first saw Ira Haruna Kinsley, Amaliba, a member of the National Communication Bureau of the NDC. And pay and penny for me in Japan. One watch not say, the Omen come on, the Babet House so our Adekye Musem Dumereso dog. My channel pay, Boko,
yeah, Boko, you are that
show be aware.
Yes, you're
African Mission Incorporated.
Yes, Africa must rise.
Africa must rise
Sensibly.
Yeah. Why can we rise? It may rise in any other form apart from sensibly?
They say we have not really sat down to review that the way we are going. It's like repetition.
African must rise sensibly.
Yes.
I say, Honorable Aruna Amaliba Kinsley. Good morning.
Good morning,
Boko Anope. I don't pay away. Just say, Bushia Bibia, come on.
Madam, or the unquache.
Yeah, that you are son of pay. In trying to marry about you don't form a come on and pay a fan trussel and my award the Chimosam Jumadias.
Say the Miami Bosuno, Bright Soldier Capsules, a Dima Sama Mamio, share because on Kwana new Bright Soldier, a free bram is shot, says me use Bright Gallic Plus, no, Mensanati Tininano, Menusua Chirimi, and Menuma Tuninano, a Jai, Mititiso Conco, Unim Wenina, now dear Sieme, Abra me complaining, Miss Sissy, Anima Tinka now conform and will be me Bright Soldier Capsules, a jet to raw.
Bright Soldier, it's me general body pains. Nasam waba, and wabe Martinka, a cosro papa.
Hey, na, we are there.
Many kunu efa Bright Soldier no, a year Jumase Unkunya, Bright Gallic Plus, and also to me cholesterol say she Bright Gallic Plus, and your immune support, pa. Bright Soldier, and a Bright Gallic Plus, and your tatashi, kwa pharmacy, chemical, and the herbal shop will be a mukwajo Bright Soldier, and a Bright Gallic Plus. At Tufonko Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, and Wonungwa Jogon, last stop, SL Junction, flower 0243 906.
And 0261 651 898. Press with that capsules at Dima Semamame. Bright Garlic Capsules. And you drew that a shit FDA. I should just say a guardian cratway. I just say,
Are you looking for a security company to protect your residential and commercial properties? Then GBS is your solution. We offer a wide range of services like electronic security, jungle security, rapid response system, VVIP protection, event security, and many more. Walk into our office located at Tema Community 4, opposite the passport office, and talk to us. We have tailor-made solutions to meet your security needs. Call us on 055-8682-698 or 0241-639804. GBS, we got you covered.
Right, ebi share pay na so with my chest so my aboafo enkratro e de aba ye de wo mabun come on pay ye de etwa so ewo Adekye mu sem de so just exactly 12 minutes after 9 here this morning ewa hoto 92.3 FM a live ewo multi TV audio channel 0061 and pay obenya hoto FM etie so a live ewo US of A Maryland era radio era 1 TV ewo Maryland USA. But also actually live era TV era 1 TV Maryland anapai right so yamfa omamun come on yamfa entrust so ediamao Dr. Kojo Sumne anapai michemo fiasa so na honorable Aruna Amalema Kingsley also a member of the National Communication Bureau of the NDC on the pay. There are a lot of issues. When said U.S. Human Rights Report 2021, for Ghana, so aba and you pay. Bribema made it come out. Now, first we'll look at the bias judgment over the majority dictatorship. I'm a can say cripple the justice in the country and some Reverend Kwabena Oponi Frimpong look at that issue this morning and not yet so about link it up with the US report about because report nearby talks about the judicial system I what my and t linking over and some more Kwabena Oponi Frimpong Reverend say judiciary bias na bibi omekebiano towards the majority what we'll look at that issue. Issues with John Dramani Mahama, Nisem Wakafa, the misappropriation of fund, especially COVID-19 fund, so in command pay so you be doing common CDD and other issues of this neutrality allowance. I mean, we can say Closac for Edaso our striker. The other labor unions, so now we are buying so are joining this issue and a penny so you come out yet nasia you do come out the chemusem Juma dia so right dog match
yeah
and I pay the Mission Africa
yes
Incorporated.
That's correct.
And you might say
you mean that my Empire Africa.
When some more program here about
25th of May.
25th of May.
Our Parliament House.
Our Parliament House.
Yes.
A program.
Programs here bomb pie for Omaya let women to power no. Say Yankopon come home. No one care about the poor and the needy. And take pragmatic steps.
Or say more vampire. Is it a vampire?
Yeah, vampire na ekita what they call road map. Yeah, the proposition at the say these are our suggestions.
Okay.
Somebody can man.
So what is the theme?
The theme is job creation, skills, technical vocational school must be an agenda the government really push with scholarship. Job creation of scholarship for technical vocational schools. Scholarship for technical and vocational schools. For technical and vocational schools. It should be a mandatory agenda for every government. But I introduce something called TVET. But it's already there. You didn't say that. The kind of unemployment scale on TVET is not being pushed and sponsored fully. Are excited for being able to go to technical vocational school. But now TVET is part of your secondary curriculum now. But on TVET, no, technical vocational education training. No. Mm-hmm. If people are not excited to go to school, with Mati, it's in Banco. The entire say people are not excited, especially when it comes to and son where you secondary schools. Because the education system is a colonial educational system. Read, write, push people to get degrees. We don't push technical vocational school as our priority. Why do you think your educational system colonial? Because we have 668,000 universities in Ghana, in Africa. 668,000 universities in Africa. Yes, as at now, we count them every day. There are 10 million graduates every year. 10 million graduates every year. And now 5 million in your Jumanya. 5 million in your Jumanya. And now 3 million na 3 million 2 million na kan 2 million na juma no we bring any area of vocation. Wow. Obu ha akwa Greek no bank as receptionist. Obu ha akwa school akosua geography history onye juma nye. So we are not thinking deep about practical solution for our youth. So we have been praying since across board of the whole of Africa, being president of Mission Africa, been to almost all the African countries. We have the same problem.
You've been to almost all the African countries?
Yes, and almost have the same problem. I was in Zimbabwe, South Africa, Gambia, the same educational system. We are pushing blue-collar education. That's why we are importing food. And the food prices in Africa right now, all over, is higher than imported food. Because food that you do Africa, no boy didn't chain, they are imported. Because our leadership is not looking at the next generation. Say, if we don't sit down and think of high sensor, if we produce elite system, Obia can read and write, but nobody want to go to a technical field. And check China. In China, they have 13,700 technical vocational schools.
China, 13,000.
700 and more.
700.
Yes.
And more vocational schools.
Seriously. And nobody graduates in China more than 6 months on Juma. They are focusing on solution. And so our prayer conference, we have been talking about it for the last 18 years. Say, I'm here. Yesterday I was in Legon. I was talking to guys, 50,000 people in Legon, 17,000 people in UPSA. School, we are going school in B.
50,000 and a school for Legon.
Yes. And at
17,000 UPSA.
Minimum. Now, in can't send trial. Now, Bisam say, how many first class technical vocational school now in Ghana? First class, well finished. I bet my boss say, Ukoha, Uya.
We should shift our focus.
No, we should balance it.
We should balance it.
Don't shift it, because we need some people have alternative educational system where those who really want to get a job and work, they can choose that route. Those who want to go the humanities, they should choose that route. But say, you pursue humanities as our main agenda there. One on per day. Today, if you are looking for a plumber, a carpenter, a tiler, a roofer, you have to get them from the good ones from
Ivory Coast, Burkina, Togo.
Yeah. Why? Because our focus is just clerical humanities. So Mission Africa, we are saying that if we don't take care to get a machine to work for you in your house,
just like a crabby free to go back.
It's time. Now do time. Not so much. Say government should not just talk about TVET and MVTI. They should really put some serious fund. Check into China how much they are putting into technical vocational school. $3 billion.
$3 billion.
And yes, and they are having what you call. I was in Shanshin and Hong Kong just to investigate. They have a program called Graduate Plus. Who are invested now some students and you must account. So by the time you finish as a whatever field you want to take, you have to take a skill, practical skill, attach your degree. So now they have what you call Graduate Plus 1. Check it, Graduate Plus 1. Now I say, be a journalist, whatever because we are plumbing count. And I'm be a school teacher, I say me be a sewing gown, so that we can corporately help build a nation. Now, China is saying that they want to have a China as a factory country.
Well,
that's what
Mission Africa.
What Mission Africa?
25th of May, right?
25th of May, yes.
Actually, our Parliament.
Yes.
Great. And I think so we'll find time and then we'll delve into this very particular issue.
Yes.
Honorable Aruna Amaliba, let's start with this human rights issue. Reporter the US Ediaba, so that we can look into Reverend Kwabena Opuni Sunsema Wakaye about your judicial system, how biased it is now.
Very well. Citizen Medas, Maminchia, Naminchia, Missini, Marshall, Naminchia, a chief also. Naminchia, the party Mumpin Fuina, the two national chairman. and a baby or more a wing. Well, Lady Kaino, I think about human right abuses or my more. We don't need a foreign country or foreign organization to tell us. And I have personally a challenge about the position of the foreign organizations and the kind of report they issues. When Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo assumed office, or acted largely at the back of rule of law, and the claim that he has been a human rights activist, which indeed the historical record doesn't succinctly support that claim. But the people who he gathered around him are pushing an agenda to make sure he becomes the president for them to benefit from his regime, deceptively crafted the kind of personality and push it out. So no one had that iota of imagination, say, under Netanya as a leader, if it does happen, or if it so happens, we will witness that kind of things. And we need to differentiate human rights violations from criminal issues. Sadly, Abro Betina Kunyam, so the first thing he did was Ayawaso was gone. And even before the Ayawaso was gone, as part of his plan to become president at all costs, he groomed some people around him. The Invisible Forces, the Bolgatanga Bulldogs, the Crocodile Babies of Volta region, and a whole lot across the country. The idea was that if he had lost the 2016 elections, he was going to unleash them as an extremist to terrorize the system, because Obekai say, or they say, be a phobia buyer. Yeah. No more training phobia or a Chemota forest. Yeah, yeah, that was also another that was isolated incident. That was the mercenary. The main one was a Chemota forest, almost doing so operation assaulting the pillars of power. You understand? Yeah. And this Paula Foucault, he was the national chairman at the time. It has even been alleged his brazen way of toppling that exercise led to his ouster from office. Yes, and not to make it appear witch hunting, they have to bring Kofobi in and sacrifice them all together. Same Crab, Kobna, Japan, and others. But the point here is, Omampine Kufuor the bet now so. And mind you, let's go back to the past few years before he became president. 2008-7, when Omo Prime Minister started here and he showed up. Nipa Omunim Nepa. This man, Kofi Kumsin of Chronicles. Yaho Tamaklo, even on Wanase, Maxwell Kofi Juma, and Neba Awara Nebaba Nansia. Because Kufuor will be a terrible president. And Kofi Juma can say, Omampine Kufuor be Omampine, he cannot sleep with his eyes closed. Under Kufuor as a leader. Now, people who know him from the past express unfavorable or prescribe unfavorable leadership behavior that he would demonstrate. And some of us were with the view that Onya Koyano Bedio Mampenia, he will prove the critics no wrong. But he has even vindicated the critics no more. He Azumu office, that day was a Friday. The handover was Friday. I said January 7, 2017, it was Friday. Oko office Monday. What happened? That week, DSP Nanka Bruce, Yabono from El Flagstaff as a senior police officer, the born in his day. He was serving in the Flagstaff house under President Mahama's tenure. Now, after the time of change of government, now you're reposting So he went to office as usual to serve. Vigilantes they went on until one appointee, Asante Regional Security Coordinator, Vigilante boy si chain wo a born to tina tade ma moja uniform from. Yedi asem no court. What happened? Omo koto share court no so e pamote mo for no tegwem, desecrating the altar of justice, scandalizing the court, and freeing people or suspects who were standing trial. All these things were clear demonstration that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government is pushing the country towards a certain edge of our political dispensation. And the worst happened during the Ayawaso was gone. Abraham Meshebe Jweni Oteho, a free more, a koto aba a yin pafufro. Mana kosi Abushia 4, a wire was gone, and then more Meshebe Jefino. The bad Nessia, or smart pussy for Mamko to a 2 or a no man fata. Go and read the Ayawaso was gone. A short commission report and recommendations on Momaye. What happened? Nothing. Okay? And it continued. And they even threatened, saying 2020 was going to witness the West. Before the elections, Yeko trading Kekeo, Yeko trading Atuaba. What happened? Yehu Asoja Fua, Omo Dano Omo Baye citizenship certificate inspectors. Si shell, I was saying, Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, or Togo, but and also now or child French, now just why hey, that's offense. You are not a Ghanaian, you register. And sadly, they managed somehow to secure an endorsement from the Supreme Court to entertain those kind of behaviors. For instance, the judgment from the court saying explicitly that birth certificate can no longer be a proof of one identity as a citizen because it doesn't link the holder to the document that the person is holding. Then what links you? Because within BBA, nationality and everything, there's any link. What again or what else links one person to his certificate according to the Supreme Court judgment? I mean, it is the kind of absurdity that we are all battling to, deal with. Now, the worst happened during the elections when 8 people were killed. Now, not only that, recently, Sobekaya, there was a deployment of soldiers to Boko.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When those soldiers were deployed, there is a community in Boko called Puabula. 22nd June 2007, that same community now, Encrophobi Ekoho with the military regalia. Abra community who they thought they were military men. So the men took cover. Not knowing that these guys were Mamprusi guys dressed in military uniform. A few back omukum nipa 8. Nipa 11, so omukum nipa 11. Including a painful, anybody omoye. Omo the second to minim to try moti to send koko. So the Puabula community have been living with this nightmare and this frightening experience since 2007. Recently, Abra Boko Nsem Estatie almost had deployed soldiers Ekoi. And the same Puabula community witnessed soldiers coming around 4-5 a.m. Abra Wamobano, they were burning houses and killing animals at sight. And Tinkrofone suspicious said, no, this will not be a regular security officers. Therefore, we will extinguish fire with them. Eventually, it turned out to be that 3 soldiers are true account, they were Mamprusis. Adam GH, led by Emmanuel Azugina, issued a report and stated that according to information available to them, a soldier for a true account, they are Mamprusis. Omo service number betuja, omo dean betuja, omo barracks betuja, omo senior high schools. They provided those details. The military high command invited Adam GH, and I had the opportunity to read a conversation that ensued between Adam GH and the military high command. It's an eyesore because the military high command, in fact, the CBS Nankasa, he invited them, the office, in that conversation, the council, say it was unavoidable mistake for deploying the soldiers. And the question I'll ask is, it was unavoidable mistake to deploy a Mampusi soldiers, but that same mistake did not reflect the deployment of Kusasa soldiers to Boko. And mind you, I brought that exchange of fire and a course war, soldier for me and prayer, the military went haywire in the community. Omoba highways, only in Boku ya, Ufri, Binduri barrier, Eura Bokwa, Azoka Secondary School or Azoka College, which is now Boko Senior High School. That area where for highways. And there was a market, I want move from the central market in Boko to that point. A soldier for Kohoko Shishi man for Nyama Gui. The shooting spray course in Boko. There is a video of me here, citizen, who I was a BFM. A young boy of 15 years. Omo fire and 9 million now man no pay na pete. Na bent in the form. Se no si plan no mu kunu krampo akeye. Look, I think so mukum about 3 or 4 civilians, including a woman. A pregnant woman was part of the people who died. I have the videos on my phone. And I want to assure the high command of the military that we, the natives of Boko, will never allow this matter to lie. We are holding on. At the appropriate time, these soldiers and this military high command, whether they are dead or alive, we will pick them on. They will pay for the crimes they have committed in Boko. All these things is happening under President Akufo-Addo, who claimed to be a human rights lawyer. The most violent president ever.
Let's look into this.
The democracy is dead under Akufo-Addo. Democracy is dead. The worst thing is the predictability of the Supreme Court and our judicial system. Look, as a law student, it's very unfortunate that, you see, seeing our seniors in the bar and the bench dragging somehow their attitude and conduct, dragging the profession, this noble profession, to a state of disrepute. Our African Watch report, Omo Magazine, this is just recent report. And they provided details about surveys are seen before and the perception the public is having about the judiciary. I was thinking, or with the view, that just assuming office at the time the public perception and opinion about the judiciary is not favorable, he should have done something different to change the narrative. Unfortunately, he himself, about 9 months now, is having albatross hanging around his neck relative to allegations from lawyer Kwesi Afrifa that were taking $5 million bribe. That matter that conundrum have not been fully resolved. And it feeds on to this public perception about the judiciary being corrupt. It's very unfortunate. And I think that it's not too late to salvage the situation and then change the narrative. So, coupling all these things together with the UN Human Rights Report, the US Human Rights Report, US Justice, the Department of Justice, right? This report keep coming occasionally. But to me, they're hypocrite. You know why? They are hypocrite because during the elections, there were observer missions in this country. They saw everything that happens. Actions but no take here. They took no action. They did not even support the opposition parties that are demanding for an inquiry into these atrocities. Have they supported this? No. So the US trying to be a global policeman. But Saban human rights violations they are number one. And notwithstanding the fact that we have a similar problems at home, they will be the last people to advise us. I want to remind them we are capable of dealing with our own affairs. And I think that regardless of Enyoma Oyeno, particularly given allegations of Sewa Broni Ababeka, and according to Sewa Broni, was stating it clearly. This is Obama Mampini Kufuado, and in a Kodam Pem, sorry, at that table, what did he? For the presidential jet, Akwe Yaba. The woman knows him very well. And she alleged that when Penny for the friend catcher and say, well, no, he suffered to become a president, and therefore, Obrans obey your company, and undi all and yet a day crass say a consider be a ban and you be a free. That is the worst of Sawaboni, and he did that during this attitude, this mindset, this posturing of the president, what demonstrated say indeed he's willing to kill to be president and to kill to maintain power, and he's still killing to maintain power. That's what happened at Ayawa as were gone. Techiman South, the Techiman South, right?
Yeah.
And other places,
Ablekuma Central,
and other places across the country. This is the leader we are talking about. And to me, democracy is dead under President Akufo-Addo, and nobody should sit anywhere and think that we have democracy. No, democracy is dead, and you're up to us as citizens to rise to the occasion, unite again, and resist it, and make sure that the country is kept united, move towards 2024 elections, take the power from the MPP, and bring in a party, not necessarily NDC winning, but a party that will come to power and hold Omampeni Akufo-Addo accountable to his own crimes, and hold him accountable to everything that has happened under his tenure as a president, and to also make sure that our institutions receive the needed reforms that will reflect the vision, the aspirations, and the ideas that formed or that informed the aim of our forebears to promulgate a constitution for us 30 years ago, once again establishing democracy for you and I to get opportunity to contribute to express ideas, and to also speak in a manner that will transform and shape the destiny and the future of this country, not for Yankwa, but posterity to come. It's a sacred duty, and we cannot afford to disappoint.
Thank you. I mean, that's right. You're Kingsley Maleba Aruna, I am member of the NDC Communication Bureau. Dog.
Yes.
You know. So you're very quiet listening.
Yes. You know, my position is always neutral, because I don't believe in the political system of Africa. And if the West is to blame any country, they should. I live in America for 38 years. America has no even right to come and tell us, say, they are talking about justice. When crime rate, or police now, or what should be consul, or kunu. The crime rate, the African Americans in prison in America are more than those who are in schools. The American youth, Black American youth who are juvenile halls are more than those who are in secondary schools. So what are they talking about? They should mind their own business. The issue is that we also have to mind our own business and use high sense. We are using low sense in governing ourselves. That's why we are struggling. Whether it's NDC or MPP or CPP, we have to overhaul and draw a sensible and serious constitution. Politics, I say illiteracy. If you can read and you can write, then you go into politics. What about those who have wisdom, the chiefs, the sensible business people who are there? They have been relegated to not to go into politics. And you know, me say whoever is in power, no, because the result is almost the same. Unemployment, me lie, no. It's getting worse and worse. Youth are not working. Look at this, youth on the streets. And then say, a solution party. And say, trust how China are overtaking Germany, overtaking UK, overtaking America. America, almost all the stores products now every China. That's the people that I think that we have to begin to emulate. Look at Ghana. Let's say come to Ghana. Say Spinter through China Mall. Members of Parliament and Obia Kohokodija. And then when you the Kwame Kumatami or Bata, your Kumasi, and what are they? Of course, say China Mall about the Pukwasi. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about just theories or we are about solution. If we don't have a government who is thinking about the electorates, one more vote to know, if we don't have any plan for them, to me, I seen who said the whole of Africa, no, it is shame. So what are we talking about? It's time for us to look at the kind of people we are putting out there after graduation. This is my line. So if we blame Akufo-Addo, but believe me, let Mama come on. The next 4 years, we start blaming Mama, because any system of strong opposition, they will never be able to do anything. 62 years now, 65 years since we became independent. And we have gone through back and forth. But what is our roadmap? We don't have national strategic agenda of continuity. Say, we are now bad trassel. We don't have it. So we are just talking and blaming. And what are the plans? We don't even have reservoir. The whole of Accra is Easter near shorting shoe. Near two shoe sprinters. Why? Because we are not applying high sense. High sense just say the Emra and Neman Kuruni SCB reservoir in every district and in every community. Reservoir needs sprinters. Reservoir near Accra Newtown. Reservoir near Jowlu. Reservoir near reservoir. These are the things we need to talk about and mind our own business. That's what Mission Africa is all about solution. Intermediate, me first say President Mahama, President Akufo-Addo, with the Fafu for Zambra, it will be the same issue. So what do? We need to find out and come with one national strategic agenda, one strategic manifesto. A country MPP manifesto different from NDC manifesto, and a CPP different from manifesto, and the Equafor on manifesto way. We cannot govern a continent or a nation with this cut and paste system. So if you look at China in 65 years when they came up, they have been able to do more. So I'm saying to everybody listening to me, say, we should not have one political party winning the election and the winner takes all. And I didn't talk about it. So say yeah election, now say MPP enya 51, 90 40 whatever it is. Yen chema omo. Yen che position ama omo. When you're 45%, you govern the country by be at 55%, at 55%. You can now 45. Yen che be ama omo. Yen che no be akitebi. Yen here say 45 now we nyane de oye ni. And now 51 now we nyane de oye ni. So by the end of the year, it's called homegrown idea. But if you use Western system to govern Africa, we are not going anywhere. Believe me, it will take 200 years for one city. Check it out. For one city in Africa to be like Dubai, 200 years, and you take 475 years. Check it for a village in your place to be like Accra, because we don't have any plan. All it's about politics and talking. Where is the Ubisa small boy old school say? What is the agenda for Africa or Ghana in the next 25 years? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are not using high sense. If you common sense to middle sense, we are not high sense. One say China for one more TV friend high sense. Yeah. They are using high sense. Yes, I mean you go to school from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. They are serious. And you're joining that near Tigana, your cocoa, your petrol. Now we are not planning. So I'm saying that all political system must be what? Overhauled. What go school? TNA. Yen law system now ye they govern in Ghana. Now be a political science. What are they learning? They are learning the continuation of slavery. You are using the Western system, no depend slavery or court, not in the constitution or some constitutional political science. What are you learning? Are you learning about how we can renovate Africa, or you are learning about their system to come and govern us with what you learn in school? And you can say, okay, you trust your kinship system. Your governance, your committee improve. You are learning things that they are doing in America, and you get LLI, whatever you get, degree of Benyano, it's from law school from America, law school from UK. You are proud of that. What have you innovated to improve your own life? We don't have anything. We are learning about them. Ya translate bibia tree Bible, ya translate Bible nyina o tree Hausa Fanti tree. Were they able to translate any technology in tree? Were they able to translate any document? When my uncle school ebetima kan on kasem etimale ejumana. We have been misled. So I'm saying it's time for us to really let the next generation wake up and say, Ebia no be boy. And I'm not against Akufo-Addo or MPP. I'm saying that one bar, the same system, because they don't have one national strategic agenda. So it is time for us to really sit down. Now I propose 5 chambers for Africa and for Ghana. We must have what you call political chambers. I respect that because people have to be able to express their views. We must have what we call traditional chambers where we have our traditional leaders from Ghana, Hanibi to Shai, or 16 regions. Yemfa Paramount chiefs, they should have a chamber so they can also contribute. Then we should have what I call the spiritual chamber. We should bring the pastors and imam for now, when we kill this, so we should have their chamber. Then we should have the renowned businessmen and businessmen who are thinkers with wisdom, our more experience in various fields. Almost one more chamber, near youth chambers. And the assembly a call first chamber. We don't have to speak English in Parliament. What are we? Are we British people? Are we British people? So why is that those who can read and write pen echo Parliament? Now we constitution, we campaign tree, but local Parliament are not going to. It will be there when to for Papa, on to good grammar, on to call Parliament. What kind of system is that? It's exclusive. It's time for me, Mission Africa. I'm saying that we're on a mission to tell the whole Africans that we need to have 5 chambers in our governance so that those who are eloquent in English, let them speak English and express themselves. And I enforce the law, let them speak their languages and express themselves. So the Bia Kenyans assembly, the cake cannot be given to one political party. The cake must be given to 5 group of people. Now we hear more businessmen, private sector, women the Kuramano, and government, and Hifo. As a software, and now imam for so. And he said we should have representatives in all these chambers. Now, send me behind ya dream. Now, who would you have 7 years to swan? 1 year to swan. I say a short term for judgment. You be court. She prepare Okunwa, number America, Ikunwa, MPP or Sum Kunwa, Legon. Up to now, it won't they could see. It's not fair.
Okay.
So change the system.
Mate dog say we should change the system. Now the pay unya organic health clinic off Santa Coco Break in Binumia. Oh yeah. Now the Biamica say a draw. As I say a precursor Dawa Coco and idea off Santa Coco Break. Now a Nikampa. When you be now no more a tea bag and
Suni, no come for Daniel Ku, how for Daniel City, Nayi, no Eddie, Mammy, come say, Dama, who said that, see who would let in a pinty, see who said that, see who would let in a pinty. Ah, come on, what a song! Nyame nhyira wo.
Amen.
Yeah, I was for this is Knob TV. Knob TV. Ubaji said the way. Knob TV.
The way.
Indeed, we are the way. We are the pace setters.
Yeah.
Now, yet this annual wakwem ama enchiruma. Enye enchiruma nko a. Nemo said the beya. Akwanhwefo nwom ebe kwa chiri. I just say record you. Debia me busa me ho. The questioner me tell busa ne say after lunching what next? You mean some ko baby abiem. Nemo ye dia with Knob TV the way ye mo akọ baby. Na nyame be hyira wo na obehwe wo so in fact akwanhwefo mo wonwom what a song it's a good way to start the show and everyone for a friend Mr. Jet no be beka say why na o ma ba ha o mo bonwum a che say hwe ba kwa bi gina chiro na no hu nyina hi ma peja o te no enyo obi enyo group bia say one of Memene da kwanhwefo adwumtofo bi a yefre wo mo the remnant singers adwumtofo a aka akire kura mu ya asafo nkai we da adwumtofo nkai obi ende abujafo yo ma kwa ba before I be bon komo no na kire se dwumade bia se atunyame yetu nsafre nyame na wo bam enu nti ye bebo nyame abodi se we yo benketachie Mirikisia no hubu atuduro wenyansabu akwa so fidie chimframa nana ahunta hunu be chire hunu minti miri kantan kanyame ma homre so yawa yenim se nyame ama ne homre so remnant singers from Taifa Taifa SDA Church kamiya de ama asafofofro ka jiso mu Taifa jiso mu chimi bomachi ebushafo akwa ababiem na mo hote sei baby amufiri ti sei yeah, the nyame say I am not TV the way ye ne okwan no kura ye de ka pa mu ka pempen so what I say enti ye da mo say ye to nsa frɛ mo modi o say ayoyo na matum na every Taifa all the way from Taifa ababeduru nyame hira mo bebre amen said ye be ya obi wo kena bi ye hia obi a ye nya se enti mepesi ye bebo ye be introduction fast na then ye wo ho ne de atoato so wo di ana ba bia djuma wodi wokuo nu part awoto no ama ye hu na ye ko me sha hye free me nua na ote no ha no onua na mpacho ye fra wo sen
o me nua e me George Fifa odi hye baba akopɛ no size
wodi hye ba George Fifa mpacho den na wo ye
o me ye ko no leader
okay part ben na woto
two base.
That's right.
Yes.
Anyway, you're bozy. Yeah, me Georgia free for one and two base. Mammy, I want to ask you if one swear.
Yes, your friend
Mary Kumi. Kumi guitar. Only Kumi guitar. Okay. If I join so yeah then.
If I join me, I'm too old to.
Okay. All to pet. You. Yamisha Bibre. Mammy, I want to ask me if I yeah dear.
So your friend enjoy Sasari. It's auto.
Good.
To supply.
That's right. No, you can say that's ramity. Hi. And then I'm paying a big job. It jumps your best south of here. Mommy, Patrol won't swear. Amen. Me sure say we need a queen and I penny, man penny. We are Magagia. Okay. Open unankasa. Na me facho wudi nyawo ye. E wokuo ni mu.
Me facho e frame Atasapon Clement.
That's right. Atasapon. We entafo.
Yeah.
Hey.
Baba akona.
Atafo. Anano wafata ba hako nti wafata junior ba.
Yeah.
Hey. Woni o ye nkwa. O ye den.
Me to lead.
To lead.
Na me sa to tenor.
Lead. Wona akenkan, wona atwetwe. Okay, wona atwetwe nwom no. Mona mkeka nsem basa asa. Enye basa de ne mo
nsem papa.
Enye nsem pa, enye basa. Ai, good. Nyame na desuma antentumi nya basa.
Ka hu mu nsem.
Nyame nhira mu bebre.
In fact, music director.
Ewo kuo nim. Nti I want to maestro no.
David.
Oh, abushafo. This is Knob TV. Knob TV. What about you said the way Knob TV?
The way.
Yeah, I was sure for answer you made the airbus on the chest and you might be and Akomua airbus. And I'm a fasa Akonya is what catcher was said. Knob TV. Yan yes, Knob Rentals. Your cousin Knob Rental, me patch as I say, what per se, what high in Fidie. Yes, cinematic gadgets. And you might edit videos, mature cameras, lens, drones, lights. Sanya mana who do be a opebia offer Knob Rental. It was 026 77 88851 026 77 88851. Offer ya no bedi juma na ahyenyame enumonyam na wonso udwumadie bia wodi bedi no ebekoso won high machine na won hu da enye low battery machines drone onye se won so ya wana pepepe na chese battery no ko charge no machine papa straight from the United States of the America enti o pese ye boa wasa kwan no so a o frɛ number na ye no bedi nsa wo so the remnants ekuo no da be na eba ya munya adwen se ekuo ye mfrɛ no remnant ye den ne bai hyase sen na edin no ye den ne bai a muka se remnant ata
sɛne season bia anaasɛ every bia nyame de ne nsɛm ɛfa anwomtofoɔ ɛso ɛma ne ba abɔnten no na emre duru sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn nso so nyame ka yɛn bom na ɔde saa asoma no bi ɛfa yɛn so ɛfa kwan foforɔ so na etimi aduru ewiase ɛno nti botaeɛ a ɛma saa kuo yi ɛbaaye ne fare baaye nyinaa ɛno no.
Okay, enti muti kuo no how many years ni?
Yɛti kuo yi 7 to 8 years.
Wow 7 to 8 years. You need challenges in the doors because me sha nyum kra munya mbo bi enso ma twero nyum bebre na che say o ha no doors ye fa nyum ba ko ntwam na ye besa toa nkomo twetwe no so nti mo ba me ye tiefo anwum kakra mo kakra na mo prepare no I have not TV me sai kai will be in fact ya wa ha said ye be ya akonhwefo nwum be kɔ nanim enye se ya bɔnwum na wie ya lunch na wie ya gya to ho no after lunching what next Knob TV e wa ha se ye be boa na ba bia opese wuduru no ye nwum ne ma wie nkyere se kyere se ye gya to ya se no na kyere se ye kɔ yanim na ewiase atensempa de bia me kan ye se ye wonsempa na ye den wode kɔ anim no wo ye nsu atene let the water flow na nkofo enya bi nsanom ne hu se ampa biribi pa bi wo memre da mu e ba twa ye nko mo fa nto form na kire se etiefo enya bi ennom
Mirintina Mifriha Mimfiri eja Osuru ni mi fie meko Mifriha Mimfiri eja Osuru ni mi fie Amisi Akwari emeko Mirintina Mifriha Mimfiri eja Osuru ni mi fie Mimfiri nyami be Osuru ni mi fie Amisi Akwari emeko Femidi evi Benye huse Idie Eni manfredi Benye huse Hadi eni banu akwentu Mimfria Benye huse Idie Eni manfredi Benye huse Hadi eni banu akwentu Eni jibia Fiwo zuruwa Shen biya Yari ni wo Dama ni atucha Fiwo Ejri a divino Midi emaniji Fiwo zuruwa Shen se biya papa Niwo Fiwo zuruwa
Shem say Amira Fiwo Gigi a divino Okoria mintina Sisu Wafunumi Bebo Okoria mintina Sisu Wafunumi Apa Okoria mintina Sisu Wafumi Amiga Zuru Nibia Aka Kojima Eninkansa Sisu Timidia Mepa Meduma Munsen Semi dear Mepo If you ever read me dear Mepo Our real Munsen Semi dear Mepo Ibonia mi Masuna me dear Mepa Nami red and so yansu nipanema mi pressure Nami red and so yansu nipanema mi pressure Bini nanti mepoa kore nakwa kojima ai maniji Fiwo suruwa Shem seria ampa Fiwo suruwa Shem seria Fiwo Gigi a divino Bidi maniji pia Fiwo suruwa Shem seria Biwo Fiwo suruwa Shem seria Biwo Fiwo Gigi a divino ma Isi Atininka obi ya bibire I am Atininka is entrania way ina tansu Munko bisa mami sono ne ajipano ana Munko bisa mami sono ne ajipano ana Munko bisa mami muse papa ono na ya sheli mubono say onwa Munko bisa mami sono ne ajipano ana Munko bisano mami sono ne ajikono amirae Munko bisano mami use papa ono na shani ubo so nyame bara o mami hune nyame ba o mami nte no si ni fry for hunade susifu atiasem papa ya sorananti so nyame ba o mami hune o nyame ba o mami nte no si ni fry for hunade susifu atiasem papa ya sorananti anye nyame me o mami hunyame yaja ihunu amenyakwa Niweni da suse papa Ani mama ni bekweri ya Isu yi bekweri eja Ihunu amenyakwa Niweni da suse Isi mama ni bekweri Isu yi ja bekweri Ihunu amenyakwa Niweni da suse Ni hao yetu bitu Itumana monsidia yemmame Itumana monsidia kromame Mercy suriko yi Kena eja Mercy suriko yi Famina isini ya kuro Okuno Nakuma kombe nimuwa Nakuma kombe sato Yesu ni Vinsaido papa Osiseni ya wakafa mimunu jina bebemu Mi Bible ni se Kotafu vidie nine Ewoni ya mahunti Nama koto bonsam suwibie Bonsam unim sawemo Nama koto bonsam suwibie Bonsam sawemo papa Nama koto bonsam suwibie Yami show yine mira Famina isini ya kuro
Mr. Wose Nama koto bonsam suwibie Kajo koto bonsam suwibie wati
Nama koto bonsam suwibie
Nama koto bonsam suwibie
Nama koto bonsam suwibie
Map TV
Famina isini ya kuro
Hallelujah Hallelujah Hallelujah
Hallelujah
Amen.
Aye
Kenya me.
Amen.
Nantuntum Kenya me so.
Amen.
What? Akwanwe for to nyum. Anyway, who for tears so to me sorry.